The boy said thank you in Hebrew. Unfortunately, a German soldier heard it. The soldier immediately reported it to his superior. Guido worried that his son's identity would be exposed. Suddenly, he came up with a perfect idea. Before the angry female officer arrived, Guido had already taught all the German children to say thank you in Hebrew. The female officer reprimanded Guido, forbidding him from having contact with German children. If caught again, he would be shot on the spot. That evening, back in the barracks, Guido had just lulled his son to sleep, when suddenly he heard gunshots. He rushed to the window and asked other prisoners what had happened. It turned out that the Allies had entered Berlin, and the Germans were retreating. Before retreating, the Germans wanted to exterminate all the Jews. Guido didn't want to sit idly by. This might be their last chance for survival. He quietly snuck out of the barracks with his son. He told his son that the hide-and-seek game had reached its crucial moment. If he could stay hidden until dawn, he would win the prize, a tank. The boy believed him. Guido quickly hid his son in an iron box. He instructed him not to come out under any circumstances. After saying goodbye to his son, Guido ran toward the women's concentration camp, determined to save his wife. He made a skirt out of a blanket, tied on a headscarf, and disguised himself as a woman. He secretly infiltrated the women's camp, but couldn't find his wife, and was discovered by a female officer. He frantically fled in all directions, clinging to the wall like a gecko, but the fallen blanket still didn't escape the searchlight sweep. The German soldiers immediately prepared to shoot. At the critical moment, a German officer appeared, ordering the soldiers to take him aside. The soldiers pointed their guns at Guido, and led him to the execution ground. When he passed by the box where his son was hiding, Guido saw his son's worried and frightened eyes. To make his son believe this was just a game, he immediately winked at his son, then walked past the box cheerfully. But in reality, this was the last time father and son would see each other. Guido was forced into a corner by the Germans, and ultimately died in the concentration camp. The boy stayed hidden until dawn. Only then did he carefully crawl out of the box. The boy searched everywhere for his father. Just then, a tank drove toward him. He opened his mouth wide in amazement. Dad hadn't lied to him. He had really won a tank by playing hide and seek. The Allied soldiers lifted the boy onto the tank. On the journey back home, Jewish refugees were fleeing along both sides of the road. At that moment, the boy spotted his mother in the crowd. He excitedly threw himself into his mother's embrace.